You don't get it?
I don't get it.
You don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
You don't get it? What's not to understand?
Well, the whole comic book for one. I mean, the drawings are quite good.
Yes.
Are you trying to be a smart guy? You're trying to be a smart guy. Nobody likes a smart guy.
So you didn't like it?
I said I don't get it.
So getting it means liking it?
I don't think I like your questions.
Okay, here, let me try this way. What did you think about it? Did you like the world of the strip? What did you think of the characters? Would you enjoy being like them? To think like them? To be like them? What do you think of the new lives that I've created?
Listen, Mr. Smarty, I don't want to think about it. I want to get it. Like that new Pink Fancy movie, Life with Pink Fancy. I didn't have to think about that.
But did you get it?
Life with Pink Fancy? What's there to get?
Okay, then what was it about?
What?
What was it about? Did it propose any questions? Did it suggest any answers? Did it give any alternatives to living life? Like my comic book.
Well, of course not. It was about Pink Fancy and his many lovable adventures. Pink is great. He's wonderful and charming. Like in that Pink Fancy movie when he fell down and ran into those cans of Pink Fancy. Isn't life like that? Isn't life like the many adventures of Pink Fancy? I think it's because he's just like us. I mean, if I ran into Pink Fancy, I could say, "Hi, Pink," and he would say hi right back to me. Did you know that the Pink Fancy was the #1 movie for 37 weeks and grossed more money than any other movie in the whole millennium? And Pink Fancy is the most sought-after movie star in the whole world? Why aren't you eating your Pink Fancy balls?
Look, there's more to life than Pink Fancy. Like my comic book.
You should write a Pink Fancy comic book. Everybody loves a good old-fashioned Pink Fancy story. Like in last night's episode, when Pink Fancy and his friend were understanding each other, so they ate their Pink Fancy balls and everything turned out all right, you know?
No. I mean, I know, but I didn't watch it.
What's wrong with you today? Why are you eating your Pink Fancy balls?
I've given up the Pink Fancy, my friend.
Given up the Pink Fancy? What would we talk about? How would we communicate? We wouldn't even be able to have a conversation. Why are you wearing white? Where's your pink clothing? Your pink hat? Your pink shoes? You're not eating your Pink Fancy balls.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, you're giving up the Pink Fancy!
Now, do you get it?
But you said you knew what happened in last night's episode.
Well, yeah. It was advertised like every 5 minutes.
That's a relief.
How could I get away from Pink's guerrilla marketing?
You should thank God for such mass marketing. You can at least function.
Oh, no. You're right. I do know what happened in last night's episode. Even though I didn't watch the Pink Fancy show, I still know what happens. You know? I bet I could make everyone think that I had seen the show, when really I hadn't.
There you go.
Oh, no. I wanted to do this gradually, but I see now that I have no choice but to take action immediately. Down with the Pink Fancy! Long live the White Glorioso!
What are you doing?
I have created a new icon with my comic book, Joe White and the White Glorioso. Come with me, my friend. Get out of this pink fancy rut that you're in. Have a white glorioso ball.
I don't get it.
It's a life underground. A new underground movement. Will you come with me? A life without the pink fancy.
Life without pink fancy? Who else is coming?
What do you mean?
Anybody I know?
Well,
Anybody famous?
people of grip. Well, no.
Do you have any funding? Grants?
What?
Corporate sponsorships?
Absolutely not.
This is a very unorganized underground movement.
That's what the White Glorioso movement is all about. My stories will never be enlightening. They will tell the truth. Joe White will forever spend his days fighting the evil corporate conglomerate that is the pink fancy.